How can you stay focused on your divine path? Let's meditate and choose your pile. From left to right, we have pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. Hello, Divine One. Welcome to Meet Your Soul. Messages delivered here are timeless, so please take only what is resonating and leave the rest that is not. I am now calling to Spirit of the greatest and highest to open up this space for my viewers to receive all that is of divine truth, light, speed, clarity, and infinite loving energy to support all of their evolution. Anything that is not serving this space, cease immediately. Hello, pile number 1. For those who have chosen this card, the Great Gathering, it's saying it's all coming together, intuitive hits and soul tribe. So what I'm getting definitely for your channeled message, pile number 1, how can you stay focused on your divine path? I'm definitely sensing that your divine path is something of a collective, or at least something that is very teamwork. So you are meant to be found by your tribe, and you are meant to also find your tribe in the whole process. And if kind of like, I'm also sensing for some of you, you might be coming out from a situation where you could have worked alone in the past. So right now, how you can stay focused, okay, for the energy in the present moment, is that it will be very beneficial for you to actually join in community movement, okay, something of community and something that is working with the team, okay, would be really beneficial for you to stay focused on your divine path. And I'm also sensing that for some of you, even it's not like a physical community. It could be like, because of the distance between these like people wearing, you know, their whatever scarf or whatever they are wearing on, it's kind of like very distant to me. So even for some of you, you could have like several communities online, and even if you do meet them up in the physical, I'm sensing a lot of like distance travel, okay, it's happening for you. So how can you stay focused on your divine path is definitely working on something with a certain community that is really sharing the same interests of yours. And this is how you can actually stay focused in delivering your value, and also allowing yourself to develop the talent, develop your skill, develop your strength, which is accordance to your divine path. That means in accordance to your highest intent and your highest vibration of experience. Okay, wow, this is quite deep, okay, for pile number 1. So now let's move on and get your tarot cards. So Spirit, tap me into pile number 1's energy. Tell me how they can stay focused. Okay, how pile number 1 can stay focused on their divine path. How pile number 1 can stay focused on their divine path. Wow, you have the 5 of Wands, the Page of Cups, wow, Ace of Swords, Knight of Cups. Oh, okay, the Sun in reverse. Interesting. And then let's move on into getting your Divine Energy Oracle card. Let's see what cards pop up. Okay, right, Spirit, tap me into pile 1's energy. How can they stay focused on their divine path? How can they stay focused on their divine path? Okay, let's take only upright position. Do all things in moderation. Go for your dreams. Wow. So I'm definitely sensing a very proactive energy from your end, okay? One more card, please, Spirit. Wow, be open to love. For some of you, this could even be like your romantic partner would be found in the tribe. Okay, so 2 cards from the Super Attractor deck. For pile number 1, Spirit, tap me into their energy. tell me how can they stay focused on their divine path. How can pile number 1 stay focused on their divine path? Wow, I let the universe catch up with my dreams. Look at this, how synchronized the messages are. Oh my god, I love this for you, pile number 1. What else, Spirit? Okay, this comes out clear. I slow down and listen to the guidance that's available to me. Exactly, wow. Alright, so pile number 1, let's begin with your tarot cards. So first off, you have the 5 of Wands. I'm sensing that there's a need for you to stay in competition and also stay in a certain environment that is really vibrant because of this 5 of Wands. So it's kind of like without competition or without comparison, that your talent can never be flourish. Okay, somehow your divine path is something very competitive, I'm sensing, and it's also the whole environment, like the whole competitive environment, is really beneficial for you. Okay, so remember that for some of us, getting like the channeled message, which is pertaining like if you are currently like working solo, okay, so you might be surprised that somehow if you join a certain group or just a community online or even like physical community, this talent of yours, like your divine talent skill set, which allows you to walk on your divine path to meet the right people, circumstances and events, is indeed happening even faster. Okay, once you put yourself out there and allow yourself to compete in the market, and even working with people, and really kind of like it's not a toxic comparison, but like a healthy comparison and a healthy inspiration. I'm hearing like the work that you created, when compared to others, will never devalue, but it actually adds value to your whole line of industry. So it's really something of complementary, although it might like look by outsider, it might perceive by outsiders as really competitive, and somehow Spirit is coming in to tell to allow pile number 1 to understand that however competitive nature this is, it is actually helping you to give out your best version, and you will be like surprised time after time wherever you put out yourself and compete and to work with others and to come into teamwork. Okay, wow, this is quite an aggressive energy. So I'm not surprised that how pile number 1, the way you can stay focused is to really allow yourself, there's a balance, okay, of your need of you spending time alone as well as also putting yourself out there, because this can be really beneficial. So with the Page of Cups, I'm sensing that how can you stay focused, okay, on your divine path. Some offer, okay, I'm sensing that. So look at how this Page of Cups, okay, they are like Page of Cups and Knight of Cups. They are in 2 different directions. Okay, and with the Ace of Swords in the center of your tarot cards, I'm somehow also getting like a sense of direction here. So how can you stay focused? Let me read this Page of Cups with this 5 of Wands. Okay, I'm sensing that for whatever that is wanting you to compete, it will be working on a certain, it will never demand of you for too much. Okay, I'm hearing that you might be sensing that there's not too much of emotional engagement, so it is actually quite like it is easy to comprehend, okay, in this competitive environment, because whatever that you need to get yourself involved in, it takes not too much of the time, and as well as the satisfaction that comes from the work, it comes from that small amount of time. So it wouldn't be really like a huge thing for you. So with this Knight of Cups and the Sun in reverse, how can pile number 1 stay focused here, Spirit? With the Sun in reverse, it's telling me that something of really, it's a delayed happiness. I'm hearing delayed happiness. Okay, okay, now I got it. With the Knight of Cups, it's definitely something more invested than the Page of Cups, okay, first off. And I'm also hearing that you got how you can actually stay focused on the divine path is to allow yourself to learn about delayed gratification. So somehow the Sun in reverse is something being a little bit delayed, because I'm definitely sensing that your nature of being investing yourself to a certain competitive environment is one type that is serving you to stay focused on the divine path. And however, you can also go into the direction where you got to invest more. Okay, when you invest more time, more emotion, and when you carry the energy of like, it's kind of like more mature than the Page, right? So the Knight of Cups is someone who really have a better skill set and have a better talent. So somehow, how you can actually stay focused on your divine path is to have these two different approach. Okay, because Ace of Swords is definitely some kind of like clarity. It's a clarity here. There's a clear direction that you might be involved in. Okay, majorly two different approach on your creation, on your work. So one could involve a really like quick involvement, quick engagement, even with a lot of people. And then for the second approach, it would be something quite heavily invested, I would say, that with the Knight of Cups, and it's something that you got to learn as you go. And as well, it carries a much mature energy than the Page of Cups. And in this case, it's even like you got to understand how to delay your happiness, how to delay gratification, I'm hearing. So it's not really delayed happiness, but something like delayed gratification, because it will actually turns out to be something that really helps you to balance up these two different energy, one being kind of like learning about patience and delayed gratification, and one being really like on point, on the spot, and something that you're really doing good at, great at even. And you will have a lot of different connections by engaging yourself through this. So I'm definitely sensing that Spirit is not telling me that which part to be invested more. And of course, this, if you really want me to point out, is definitely like the Sun here, because the more you learn about delayed gratification, I'm definitely sensing that this Sun will actually turns like, okay, upright. So I'm going to flip the card upright, because since now you have tuned into this video and you understand what delayed gratification is, so asking about the results and the impact of how it can help you in the long run, and how it can help you to stay focused in the long run, is definitely working into this direction. Because you are, it's kind of like I'm getting like you might get bored, okay, if you engage yourself too much in this direction. Okay, so move on to your Divine Energy Oracle card. Do all things in moderation. Okay, so somehow Spirit is asking you to allow yourself to pace yourself into moderation, balancing things out, okay, and go for your dreams. So I'm sensing that no matter in which direction or approach that you are taking here, allow yourself to see that investment of energy and time to actually serve what you really want, to actually serve what you really prefer. And when it says to be open to love, I'm also sensing for some of you, you might met your potential romantic partner there. So regardless of gender, okay. And I'm definitely sensing that the more you go for your dreams, that love is like, okay, if it's not about romantic partnership, then I'm also sensing like unconditional love. It's like opening you up to like different dimensions of love, the perspective of love that allows you to go and come closer, to go forward, to move forward and come closer to who you truly are, and definitely what love means to you. Wow, okay. So with these two cards, let's see. I let the universe catch up with my dreams. Yeah, I'm definitely getting like the tarot card. We have the Fool card. So this is definitely something like the Fool card. And I'm seeing that you are definitely going for your dreams. And in this direction, it's like the universe will send in whatever favorable elements to help you build up. And that's why the sun is an up right now. Wow, pile number 1. What else? I slow down and listen to the guidance that's available to me, and that's why it's the messages are matching here, okay? I slow down and do all things in moderation. So yeah, exactly, and that's literally no reason for you to rush too much into it, okay? So pile number 1, this is all I get for you on the topic how you can stay focused on your divine path. I hope these messages resonates with you, and I hope you really enjoy listening to these messages. Do let me know if any of these resonate with you in the comment section down below. And then thank you so much for tuning in and choosing me as your tarot reader. I truly appreciate your presence. So be sure to smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and hit the bell for the latest update. And if you are interested in any of the personal readings, do check me out in the description box. Till then, I will see you in my next video. Take care. I love you. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. So for those who have chosen this oracle card and the message reads, answer the call, okay? What is your soul calling you to do? Well, pile number 2, I'm definitely sensing that you have big questions when you are young, or like say for like when you are age 4 or 5, and even some of you like 2 or 3, okay? So your parents might have recorded you or just tell you that, you know, they are always surprisingly acknowledging you, speaking about some big questions, that you are kind of like unexpectedly matured when asking questions since you are a kid. Answer the call. Wow. What is your soul calling you to do? I'm definitely sensing that you always have this knowing that your life would never be the same like anyone else. Like if you have live in a certain neighborhood, or if you are kind of like seeing what your parents do for their, you know, their living, and how the way that they like the whole upbringing and the way they raise you and your siblings, or even just like you always have like questions for that. Like it's kind of like you can't say that they are wrong, but somehow you know that you just do not want to repeat the whole thing. Okay, wow, pile number 2. I'm definitely sensing a little bit of rebellious energy, okay, somehow, and you kind of want to put it like low-key rebellious. You do not really want your parents, or even like your relatives, friends, peers, the people around you, the network, to know about this little secret of yours, that you really have this rebellious energy, low-key, oozing out of you from time to time, okay? So yeah, you are definitely here to answer a big questions for yourself first. You kind of like, you are not really concerned about, you know, answering the call of the collectives, but really Spirit is coming here for pile number 2. They really want to tell you that no matter how you feel called to, okay, no matter this, if this call is like the big question is about you, it will eventually be about the collective, because I'm definitely sensing whatever big questions that you have, it is also part of the big questions of your collectives. And it's kind of like I'm also sensing that you are definitely someone who loves to contemplate in nature, or somehow you love listening to the water, the sound of the water, anything of streams, beaches, rain, thunder night, something like those of ASMR, and even just watch like, you know, the 4K scenery of the mountains. Yeah, I'm definitely sensing you have that kind of nature, okay, of yours. So pile number 2, that is your channel message, okay? So now let's move on to your tarot cards and check out. Spirit, take me into pile number 2's energy and tell me how can they stay focused? Yeah, how can they stay focused on the divine path? How can they stay focused on the divine path? The Moon, 4 of Cups in reverse. Ace of Cups in reverse, interesting. 8 of Pentacles, okay. And then let's move on to your Divine Energy Oracle card, okay. Let's see, Spirit. 3 cards, please, for pile number 2. How can they stay focused on the divine path? Wow, nurture yourself first. Yes. Okay, so for this reading, we are only taking like upright position for the oracle cards, okay? Reevaluate your priorities. And one more card. Wow, tune out distractions. Okay. And so let's move on to the last deck. Sorry, not pile, but last deck. We have for you the Super Attractor deck. So let's pull 2 cards from this deck. Okay, I am kind of loving. Okay, we will read it later on. So what else? What else? Wow, beautiful. In stillness, I receive. So Spirit, Universe, ancestors, guardian angels, tell me about pile number 2. Let's come in and read your tarot card, okay? So first off, how can you stay focused on your divine path? I am sensing definitely you are someone who really, yeah, again, water energy is very prominent in your reading. So somehow you might have heavy water placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars in water sign, and definitely getting like Cancer vibe here. Scorpio, Pisces, and for some of you, you might have like your earth sign as well, okay? So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Wow. I'm definitely sensing that you are someone who is really tuned in, okay? That means you are connected somehow to the collective consciousness and you always knew it. Okay, for pile number 2, I'm definitely getting like artist vibe here. You always wanted to belong to a certain community, like a big, huge family, okay? Wow. And for somehow, I think since young, you have tuned in to that divine consciousness and you never, I'm also sensing that for pile number 2, you might have a really sturdy and solid foundation, okay, in your family life. Or somehow, if not your immediate family, then you might experience like a network of peers or friends who are really supportive of your childhood or your earlier years of study or education. And somehow you are not forgetting who you really are, okay, as a child. And I'm also getting a very healthy sense of identity. And then as you grow up, I'm sensing that it's kind of like a layering. You are removing layering of who you truly are. So say for example, if you have been told by a certain way, you know, like society or even like your schooling system, your education system, whatever family tradition about a certain way that you got to behave, or a certain way that they're expecting you to live up to. When you kind of like grow up and you find that there are more layers to you that you need to understand about who you are. And that's why it's like, how can you stay focused is to not stuck in this energy of not knowing what the mystery lies. Okay, I'm hearing that you are someone who is really inquisitive, which comes from a really healthy emotional background that you have allow yourself to surround with, because you are definitely sensing the cup that is given by the divine, and you are not distracted by, you know, toxic environment. And somehow when you grow up, it's like you wanted to experience something new about yourself. It's not just like this happily ever after life, but you knew that what is beyond this happily after life, what can I build? Okay, it's like the way you can stay focused is to know how you can build something differently, because you are always asking yourself like the big question. I'm going to answer the big question, but first off, what is the big question? You know that you are going to answer it, but somehow I'm sensing for pile number 2, you are still figuring out what is the big question. Like, what is the exact big question? And it's somehow in like spirit is coming in, like telling you it is all about the alignment of yours, because right now I'm seeing also the Ace of Cups in reverse. So it's like the situation that seems really like a mystery to you is actually preventing you to be satisfied about where you are. And a little bit of dissatisfaction can be healthy, but however, when the satisfaction has gone overboard, it can be really frustrating. That means you are not allowing the mystery to unfold and work in your favor. I'm also hearing like impatient. Okay, impatient. It's like you have waited for this lifetime to answer the call, and yet it's kind of like, what is this? What is truly this big question about? So right now, how can you stay focused on your divine path in answering this big question? Okay, in identifying this big question, in identifying like what your soul is here to like eager to really work on, or to really allow yourself to be on, is that stop being in this illusion of not satisfied, and stop being impatient about yourself. First off, you might get the illusion that you are impatient about the situation. Now, however, Spirit is here to say that you are being impatient with yourself because you have no idea. I'm hearing that you have no idea how big this question. You are actually on a mission. And that's why with the 8 of Pentacles, I am hearing that whatever that you are working on right now, whatever attitude and mindsets and practical work that you are putting out right now, they are essential, they are vital, they are important. They are like the clue, like the key. I'm also sensing like all these stars, they are kind of like the key to your big questions. So in your working, in your finding, and so it's like allow yourself to work in the direction that you are aspiring at, okay? Not to put your energy and time into understanding this feeling of confusion or this feeling of mystery, because the more you put yourself into this feeling of mystery and confusion, the more you are going to feel dissatisfied about yourself. Whereas Spirit is here to remind you that your work is magnificent. They are opening up. They are leading, like that. They are opening up like the doors of opportunity for you to answer the call. And the more you are in tune, and the more you allow yourself to let your mind space to be free of this confusion, and allow yourself to really stay focused and clear about what you're really passionate about and what you're really putting hard work on, okay, all this hard work will soon feel like peanuts. Oh my god. Okay, like yeah, it will feel like really easy. Okay, I'm hearing like really easy to you. And the moment that you are getting in the flow of easy and comfortable and natural, it's like second nature to you, is the moment that you know exactly, so this is it. This is how I answer those big questions, and this is how I tackle those big questions, okay? So looking at your oracle card, nurture yourself first. Exactly. I'm definitely sensing with this, the moon, it's like the more you are wanting to like serve others and wanting to clear this confusion out of your situation, the more you can't stay focused on divine path. So definitely allow yourself to nourish your energy, put yourself into, okay, remembering this happily ever after, surround yourself with these supportive people, and reevaluate your priorities. So this is definitely coming together with the Eight of Pentacles. And definitely tune out distractions as well. Yeah, tune out distraction exactly comes below the Four of Cups in reverse, and also the moon. Okay, so definitely tune this out, okay? Tune this energy out, and yeah, prioritize whatever that you are really good at, okay? Because the easier you get into what you are doing great at, it's like in no time you will know what questions you're actually tackling, okay? So let's read your super attractor messages. I am kind and loving toward others while creating clear boundaries that protect my good feeling emotions. Exactly. This is what literally like really comes out in your reading, right? Is to really have boundaries about the feelings that you allow your energy to tap into, okay? Do not let those confusion to put you into an illusion that you are not enough, and that, you know, you kind of like trigger the whole lack of victim mentalities, okay? Yeah, definitely nurture yourself first, and this energy really comes in clear. In stillness I receive. I'm sensing that, yeah, once you are getting like, oh my god, once you get yourself into the flow of this talent and skill that you are really good at, and you are kind of like fine-tuning it, and you are like kind of like perfecting it in every way possible, in every way, I'm hearing also something very crafty, something that you are able to make it to the perfection of your own ability. And it's kind of feeling like you can never have enough in perfectioning it. How can I use this word? Okay, the moment that you find that, wow, indeed what I'm doing, this what I'm good at, there's like infinite possibilities, that there's infinite ways, there are like a different tweaks that I can actually do with this craft or talent, and it can turn out to be so much more, like the results can be so much more, because I'm getting also at number 8, and you will come into a flow state, okay, which is kind of like this stillness. And how this stillness actually comes is because you are so focused at really harnessing a skill and really perfecting a skill in this particular whatever that you right now identify at. Okay, spirit say that pile number 2, you really have something that is solid already in your energy field. And if you're not feeling solid about it, then you might want to tune in to really getting satisfied and tune in and to allow yourself to really realize and identify what you are good at and solid at, because whatever confusion will actually leads you to more dissatisfaction about what you have achieved so far. So definitely tune out those negative feelings, protect your energy field, and keep working on what you already feel solid at. If not 100% solid, then at least something that is 30 or 40 or 50% solid, okay? And allow yourself to fine tune. If this is not just one area, then maybe another area of your life. So just don't stop looking for it. Don't stop looking for these skills and talent that you can keep on perfecting without the need to stop. And it's like something that I'm hearing, that's infinite possibilities. There's no way that is going to be exhaustive, okay? Wow, pile number 2, this is a really strong message. I'm definitely sensing that the way you can really stay focused is to tune into the flow of what you're really doing good at. And that's where this like Ace of Cups and Ten of Cups, it's kind of like you will complete this big circle of coming from the Ace to the Ten of Cups, like from initial satisfaction to a full round of satisfaction. Wow, this is very, very beautiful. I'm also sensing for whatever reason that you're working at, I'm definitely something really artistic yet very practical, okay? Wow, pile number 2, that is so beautiful. I'm really wishing you the best of luck in achieving whatever divine path that you have chosen for yourself this lifetime. I hope this message really resonates with you, and if do, please share them in the comment section below. Give this video a like, and thank you so much for tuning in and choosing me as your tarot reader. I truly appreciate your presence, okay? Subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the bell for the latest updates. And if you wish to take any personal readings, do check me out in the description box below. Till then, take care. I will see you in my next video. I love you. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. So for those of you who have chosen this oracle with the message, break the change, ancestral patterns healing, rewriting the future. So how you can stay focused on your divine path is definitely something of breaking the rules, no, breaking whatever your ancestor has been putting on. It is not necessary that you are doing something like totally out of your family line. It can be for some of you, but what I'm definitely getting is that whatever chain that we are referring here to, like healing and rewriting, is something about like you being the leader of your family. Your divine path is something of clearing out whatever that no longer serves the evolution of your family and of your generation and of your next generation. So I'm definitely sensing that pile number 3, you are someone who really understand the evolution of life, okay? Something that is of value in the past is not necessarily going to bring value in the now or even in the future, and that's what you have mastered and understand in this lifetime. And although I'm also sensing that you might have a lot of opposing views, or even like voice, like those your uncle aunties who are really like elderly, and somehow they told you that, no, this is really important for your family and blah blah blah, it's a very important tradition of family, blah blah blah. Pile number 3, you are definitely someone who can discern really well if something is really of value right now for your generation and for the next generation. So I'm definitely sensing that whatever that is pertaining on your divine path, you are the trailblazer. You are going to do something, it's quite different. You might be quite different, or kind of like transforming something within the family line, so that whatever remain in the family, whatever that will continue to be passed on, will be something that is really relevant to the current life, that is following the evolution of life. Okay. Very adaptive and flexible energy, pile number 3. Okay, so let's read your tarot cards. Okay, Spirit, Universe, Ancestors. Okay, first card you have the Ace of Cups. Okay, please tap me into pile 3's energy on how can they stay focused on their divine path. Wow, Justice in reverse. The Sun in reverse. Wow, heavy energy, pile number 3. Wow, I'm glad that the 10 of Wands is in reverse for you. Okay, so now let's also pull your divine energy oracle card. We only look at upright position for the oracle cards. So let's see, Universe, Spirit, what else, what Spirit messages that pile 3 have. Okay, be decisive on how can they stay focused on their divine path. Wow, laugh at your demons, and wow, make no judgment. Okay, okay. And then let's move on into pulling your super attractor deck. Okay, pile number 3, how can they stay focused on their divine path? Okay, wow, this is very healing. The universe has big plans. Wow, pile number 3. So, wow, I love this kind of like sun and the sun. Okay, so pile number 3, how can you stay focused on your path right here? Okay, with the Ace of Cups in reverse, I'm definitely sensing that you are someone who is really sensitive towards dissatisfaction. You can quickly sense what is not emotionally fulfilling. That means just a minor bits of unhappiness can actually tells you that this something is not right for me, and you are definitely someone very, very in tune. And when I see like these 2 major arcana being like, you know, in the reverse position, I'm sensing that you are someone, whatever that is happening in your family, no matter it's like business, or if your parents are like working class, you feel that you deserve so much more. And I'm also sensing that your parents somehow, they work really, really hard. They have been getting the idea of really educating, giving you the education, and try their best. Okay, did their best even. Wow, I'm definitely somehow Jupiter is here, I'm sensing. So yeah, and I'm hearing that from whatever background that you are from, you are definitely very lucky. Okay, and the reason that you feel that you are wanting to break this chain is that look at how this lady like walked out of the cave. So I'm definitely sensing that you are given the opportunity to be in such a lucky circumstance as compared to your past generation. So pile number 3, if you are not already knowing, Spirit is here to tell you that your generation is very, very lucky. And no matter how dissatisfied you are in your condition, it is for a reason, because you are going to be leading, okay, leading your family line or leading your generation out of this kind of unsatisfied or dissatisfaction. Okay, I'm definitely sensing like something of like unfairness is happening. And also when the sun is in reverse, I'm definitely sensing like something undervalued, okay, underpay or undervalue, or even like undermine, talent being undermined. It's like I'm hearing for some of you, like the generational wealth or ancestral wealth that has been passed on to you could be such prudent energy, and you kind of feel like you are confined into working into something that is really carefully planned out. Okay, so there's a mix of messages, just take how it resonates. Like a certain mindset might has been passed on to you, or even like for some of you, if like material wealth has been passed on to you, there's a certain rules that you got to follow into how to invest this and that, and to make it really prudent so that you won't get into like any trouble or miserable according to the rules. Okay, that has been passed on. So somehow growing up, you knew that you have the opportunity to be using your emotional guidance system in a very productive way. That means whenever you feel that you're not happy about something, and then you change your approach towards it, or you choose something else, and things turns out to be so much more happier for you. And that's why I'm sensing for pile number 3, you are really, really fortunate and lucky, because you are being given this opportunity as compared to your ancestors. So your ancestors might not have this opportunity of feeling like satisfaction, or really feel like happiness in their lifetime. It's like during their lifetime, or during whatever survival mode or thriving mode that they have, most of them, they are doing like the compromise energy, playing safe energy. And for you right now, pile number 3, how you can actually stay focused on your divine path is to break this change, is to really bring in, you are the one who will speak the clarity about something that is being mistreated, or something like unfairness happening on. Because I'm sensing that with you, with Jupiter, you are meant to enlarge, okay, whatever family footprint. So say for example, if your parents are doing like working class, you might be those children that help to establish a certain family business, or even just start your own business, okay, to really break the chain from becoming like working classes. And even for some of you, like working classes, you will be promoted to like higher positions than your parents. Okay, definitely like leading something, like expanding the family status. And for some of you, if you already inheriting like generational wealth, what I'm definitely sensing here is that in order for you to do justice towards those wealth, you are definitely going to learn about like the latest technology, how the world changed, and like how humanity has evolved. And you are definitely going to be like the children or the child. I'm not too sure if you're working with your siblings or so. So I'm definitely sensing that you are venturing in so much more new arena of investment. And it's not that you are taking like so much risk that you do not know how to like respect the rules of whatever that the elderly has given to you. But I'm sensing that you are definitely being very, very logical and sensible, and you will collect whatever data. You will have those kind of like evidence, or even like it's kind of like limited liability as well. I'm definitely sensing that you will get enough information so that you can make informed decision. And you are pretty, I'm hearing that you put enough work as well, okay, to understand about this trend, to understand about this new arena of ventures. Because I'm definitely sensing like, oh, 10 of Wands in reverse. So finally my hard work pay off. Finally I am helping my family to see that, you know, our money can worth so much more, like our wealth can worth so much more, our assets can worth so much more, our talent can worth so much more. Okay, wow, pile number 3, you are definitely trailblazer, okay? Beautiful. So let's look at your oracle card. You have be decisive, love at your demons, and make no judgment. Exactly what I'm getting from this make no judgment is definitely do not judge yourself in having those like dissatisfaction or unsatisfied situation, or even like having yourself putting yourself into venturing out new ways. Do not judge yourself as how people might perceive you as someone who is rebellious, is not taking like the elder gifts as something like sacred or something that is really needs to be preserved. Make no judgment, because I'm sensing that you are being born in a really fortunate era as of right now, and you are definitely having so much more access of information as compared to your past generation, as compared to your past lineage. And I'm hearing like the speed of them receiving and analyzing this information and data and turning this knowledge into wisdom is definitely not as up to your speed. Okay, so yeah, pile number 3, then that's why it's like laugh at your demons. I'm hearing like even for some of you, you could be really stuck in the mindset that, okay, what if I speak up about this? Will it actually hurt my elderly, or even like my parents, my even some of you like your grandparents, that you got to negotiate and to persuade them into putting the money into these new areas. Okay, so definitely laugh at your demons and make no judgment, because I'm definitely sensing pile number 3, you are once you speak up for yourself, okay, you will see things change. You will see that you are being called to be decisive about your decision, being decisive about what you see, what you want to stand up for yourself and your generation. Okay, because I'm sensing that expansion is meant to happen during your lifetime, and as you bear your generational wealth or whatever at your standpoint of your life right now, if you are not having like generational wealth, then you yourself are meant to accumulate. Okay, definitely I'm hearing like, if not 1 times more, even like 2 times more than the total wealth that your parents has generated over the last life, over their lifetime. Okay, yeah, very powerful, very transformative energy. Okay, pile number 3. As soon as I choose to see the light in the dark corners, I redirect my power towards what I want. Yeah, exactly. This is definitely the energy I'm getting. Like, you are very quick at knowing what definitely satisfy you, and once you knew that, okay, this is not making me happy, next. Okay, you instantly redirect, okay, your power towards what you want. And this is a very powerful energy of yours, and I'm also hearing that this is indeed a very powerful skill set of yours. Okay, wow, power number 3. The universe has big plans for me, and it's time to claim them. Yeah, definitely. I'm sensing that you are meant to bring in this new perspective to your family and to your generation. Okay, and that's how you can actually stay aligned to your divine path, because you are meant to break through a certain limitations, break free from any bondage of illusions that is limiting like the expansion of your generation. Okay, so wow, again, I'm calling out to like Lord Jupiter here for pile number 3, because this is really important for you. Big plans, big plans. So you are definitely going to build yourself like, if not 1 times more or 2 times more than the total wealth, then okay, just allow yourself a very happy number that you have for yourself right now. Okay, because there's literally no limit. I'm hearing there's literally no limit. As long as you feel happy about it, you decided that you want it, and you allow yourself to receive it, then those wealth are yours. Okay, and that's your divine path, pile number 3. Okay, so that's all for your messages. I would love to hear from you in the comment section if any of this message resonates. And definitely this is also helping our family to grow and support each other in our journey. All right, thank you so much for tuning in and choosing me as your tarot reader. I truly appreciate your presence. Be sure to smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and hit the bell for the latest update. And if you wish to do any personal readings on your situation, do check me out in the description box below. Till then, take care. I love you. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.